EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New York Giants. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Atlanta. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Marcus Golden on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Ryan. Dancing to his left. Almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And right away, he'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 31-yard line.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here on the jet sweep. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Now this one was tight end out on the right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
1st down, New York.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Jones on 3rd down. Catch made by Slayton. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
It brings up fourth down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run with Barkley. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They give it off here to the tight end. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Isaiah Oliver brought him down.
We're scoreless after 1.
The end of the first quarter with no score.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up. Second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
The Giant ball carrier. He's brought down by Deion Jones.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmaker.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, 75 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Saquon Barkley.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
44-yard line.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a
first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Jones. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Dante Fowler in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted. And
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Matt Ryan, picked up by Logan Ryan. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Double team, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Richter to kick off for the Falcons.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The giant ball carrier.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker. Second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield, too.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2. Zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead.
Falcons 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Lorenzo Carter.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse.
It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Now Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On the counter, Gurley. And he stopped immediately there.
Gurley, the ball
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Brings up a 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have...
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
to kick off for the Falcons.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that. But they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to hold and call another play. But if they don't, it's hold up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's Jones. Going to throw again. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ryan. He's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action now. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be caught. Touchdown!